Alright guys, on this video we're going to talk about a pretty cool guitar. Which, I mean, I like to think most of the ones I talk about are pretty cool, but this one's really cool. This is a 2022 ESP LTD M-1000 in Purple Natural Burst. First thing we're going to do, as usual, is we'll just get through the specs. This guitar has a neck-through body, 25.5-inch scale. It is an alder body with a burled poplar top, a 3-piece maple neck, a Macassar ebony fretboard with a 350mm radius, which is like 13 3/4 of an inch. The finish is Purple Natural Burst. The nut width is 43mm. It is a locking nut with an extra thin U neck that is covered in 24 extra jumbo stainless steel frets. Black hardware, standard strap buttons, Grover mini tuners, Floyd Rose 1000 SE bridge, EMG 57 TW and 66 TW, active electronics, push-pull volume and a push-pull tone for the TW pickups. The volume splits the neck pickup and the tone control splits the bridge pickup. 3-way switch, and if you buy it new it comes with D'Addario XL120 9-42 strings. No case, which I'm not going to rant about because I've ranted about that enough in the past, but it's pretty crappy that this is a $1,400 guitar that you don't get a case for. That's my biggest beef. So now that we got the specs out of the way, let's talk about the guitar. And this thing is amazing. I'm not going to lie. There is not a flaw on this thing. The binding on the neck is done really well. No sharp fret ends. They're not quite like ball bearing looking like you would on a Framus or anything like that, but they're very smooth. There's no overhang. Stainless steel bolts for the Floyd Rose kind of offers a nice contrast to the black hardware. The Floyd works how you expect the Floyd to work. The nut seems like it's in pretty good. No loose screws or anything like that fastening it to the neck. The mini Grovers, the Rotomatics, work very smoothly. The push-pull controls, smooth, work the way you expect them to work. They are soldered. The pickups themselves are connected at the pickup with a quick connect, but the rest of the system is soldered together. It's not the EMG wireless, or not wireless, quick connect solderless system. And yeah, that's about it as far as like any visual or feel things. The back of the neck is satin, which I do like. I can play a glossy neck, but satin necks feel much better than glossy necks. But it doesn't hold you up or anything like that. Now, I get lost on the different neck shapes, like the thin U and the modern C. I prefer a modern C. This does not... It's thinner than that, but it's not super thin. It's still comfortable. It's not like you're holding... It doesn't feel like it's going to bend. Like if you exert too much pressure with your thumb. It's not as thin as like a Ibanez neck. The neck-through construction, and this is true neck-through. Some LTD models are set through, but this is, you can see the, oops, and there's our first ding. You can actually see on the back of the guitar the neck going through the body. So it's a piece of maple with 2 pieces of alder glued to the side of it. But the neck through construction makes upper fret access a breeze. I think I said upper fret, but the upper fret access is not hindered in the least. And I kind of have meat hooks for hands, and my hand fits in there pretty comfortably all the way up to the 24th fret. So I might change my mind on not having an issue with bolt-ons because this is pretty comfortable, but I don't really spend a lot of time at this end of the neck, so for me personally it's probably not a big deal, but it's nice to be able to get there easily if you need to. The pickups are, pretty much what I expected. I have guitars with the 5766 set. I've never had the TWs. I've looked into them, but they're a little bit more expensive than your regular 5766 set because of the nature of them. Now, the way they're designed is there's actually 3 coils in these pickups, so they're a little bit bigger or deeper than regular humbuckers. So you have your humbucker, and then you have a single coil. So when you split it, you're actually going to the single coil, much like the 89R in the Gary Holt set that I have in a guitar. I like having the coil split in the neck position. I don't generally use it too much for the bridge. It does offer a nice change of pace, I guess you could say. I don't think it sounds too single coily, but that could just be the sounds that I have dialed in. I do think the bridge pickup, it just kind of offers more of a thinned out tone, but it's still surprisingly heavy, but it doesn't have that, at least distorted, it doesn't have that like quack that single coil pickups have. Now for clean sounds, it sounds pretty cool. I do like having a single coil neck pickup for clean tones, so being able to split that offers me some versatility there. As far as playability goes, like I said, there's no sharp fret ends or anything like that, so I mean, this thing, it plays like a dream once I got through the nightmare of setting it up. This is only my second Floyd Rose guitar, so it took me a little bit to wrap my head around getting the action and the intonation and everything like that. But once I kind of got the hang of it, it's not that bad. It's just, you got to get past that initial learning curve. I do have my bridge set up to float, and it stays in tune really well, and I've done what, basically every guitar player that ever gets a new Floyd Rose guitar or their first Floyd Rose guitar does. I did nothing but dive bombs and dime bag harmonic squeals for probably an hour because, I'm that guy. All in all, man, this is a solid instrument. As of right now, they retail for $13.99 US. That could change, who knows, with the way guitar prices have been going. I have seen them used from anywhere from like $900 to like $1250-ish, depending on the condition they're in and whether or not they still have the original parts. Some of the ones that tend to trend on the cheaper side, I've seen the pickup swapped out with the regular EMG 8160 set or even passive pickups. So depending on what you're looking for, you might have, some electronics swaps to do, but that all depends on you and how much money you want to save or what you're looking for. These, I know EMGs aren't for everybody. Looks, man, this thing is stunning. I gotta say, for the money, this almost looks like a boutique type of guitar. It's got a really nice burl, but it also has a little bit of like a flame or a quilt to it, and I was really shocked when I opened up the case and I seen it, because the pictures didn't do it justice, but the pictures were just like stock images, because this was brand new out of the box when I got it, and I had to buy a case for it because, like I said, it doesn't come with a case, which is a bummer. But the whole thing about the case aside, I guess the real question is, is it worth it to buy this guitar? And I would say yes. Price for what you're getting is pretty good. I know, some people balk at that, but, for $1,400, you're getting an alder body with a neck through construction, stainless steel frets, Grover tuners, EMG pickups, Floyd Rose 1000 That's a lot of, it's a lot there to like. No, there's guitars in that price point by other brands that skimp out on certain things and cheapen something like the electronics, or you get their brand of pickups, or you get the Floyd Rose whatever special, or whatever's below the 1000 series, or some kind of thing like that. There's always some kind of cut made somewhere. And I mean, this is quality through and through. And I have not played a bad LTD yet in the 1000, like the 1000 series and above, like the Signature series and the Deluxes and things like that. They've all been good. I would say, without a doubt, this came out of the box better than my American Fenders. This came out of the box better than just about any guitar I own. The only thing I could say that would give it a run for its money is a brand new PRS SE that I bought. That quality-wise was pretty similar to this. My Schecter was pretty similar to this. But no, these LTDs, man, they're hitting it out of the park. And I know the prices are going up, but that's just the unfortunate way of the world right now. If you can find them used, like I said, you can find some deals. But I highly, if you're, you know, I hate to be the, like, if you're a metal guy or whatever, but I mean that if you're a metal guy, I think LTD and ESP is the way to go right now. So at least try to check it out. Like, if you can find one in your store, buy it. And it doesn't even have to be this purple burst poplar Burl one. Like, any of these 1000 series LTDs are amazing guitars, and you got to try them out. And there's something for everybody. There's some with Seymour Duncan passives, there's some with Fishmans, and then there's some with EMGs. So there's generally an option available for everybody. So that's I guess that's my suggestion. Great guitar. We'll see a year from now what it's like, but as it stands, I don't think this thing's going anywhere for a while. You'll be seeing it on the channel. So, like always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and if you could comment below, have you got any of these? What's your experience with them? What do you think about them? Do you want to get one? You know, start up a discussion and all that fun stuff. So, and again, thank you for taking the time to watch, and we'll see you in the next one.